Hello, Sonor family. Jules here. This is actually my second time recording this. I recorded it earlier in the day, and then I had rehearsal for the praise gathering we have coming up Sunday. And since I've gotten back home, I still have enough time before I need to go to sleep. I'm not all wore out yet, so I thought I'd redo this and give you a better update. Tuesday, I pressed the Artist Bronze into service and I had put an EC1 reverse dot on there. The EC1 reverse dot has been my go-to for a long time. I think I probably used that way back when I had the Phil Rudd snare, 10, 11 years ago. It also sounded so good on the Pro Light brass that the Steve Miller band ended up with that even though they changed out all the heads on the entire SQ2 set they bought, they left my original heads. I say original, I don't mean the factory original. They left the heads I had put on that snare drum on it. And if that's not a testament to a drum sounding good, I mean, they weren't even the right brand. Remo had supplied them heads for the entire rig, and to leave the Evans EC1 reverse dot just says a lot for how that particular drum sounded with the heads that I had put on there. So it didn't work so good on the Artist Bronze. 2 nights ago we had rehearsal, and before rehearsal I was trying to get it dialed in, and it didn't have an in your face sound. It was subdued in some frequency bands, and not to my liking. And when rehearsal got to going, it fit in pretty good. It didn't sound bad, but I just still wasn't happy with it. So today I took a UV1 and put that on there, and lo and behold, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. I want that snare drum for the money that drum costs. I want that thing to sound like a sample, and I would say that's pretty close to what we had tonight. The rim on that thing, the cross stick is incredible. The flams are, the rim shots. There we go. Been doing this a long time. Why these things are slipping away from me, I don't know. The rim shots are powerful. I I have this interest in trying some Hellas on there, and I've got a pair of Hellas that aren't the right color. Uh, but the chrome Hellas would be fine for me sampling them out and seeing if they drive the drum up too much or what happens. As much power as the Hellas have on cross sticks and rim shots, I cannot even imagine what they're going to be like on this drum. And the fact that they put them on the 150th anniversary and on other drums like the 10-year anniversary stuff for Drum Center of Portsmouth and some other special run cast bronze snare drums, I have a feeling they'd be a really good fit. They're just kind of pricey, and right now there is no budget for that. I've got other things I'm trying to get underway, like the marketplace. So buying a set of matching hoops isn't in the cards right now. And you know what? If I like the sound of the chrome hoops, I'll probably just leave those on there until things pick back up with sales. Speaking of sales, everything I've got on Reverb is for sale I'm sorry, except for the 12-inch SQ1 Tom Tom, and I probably need to pull it. I actually have a potential buyer interested. I've actually got two potential buyers interested in the SQ1s, and I just kind of feel like maybe it's time to change that out and go with another color or just do something different. So kind of going ahead and looking ahead of time for buyers for this thing. So I may just need to pull that 12 off Reverb altogether so I can offer it as a 12, 13, 16, 18, and 22. And then I've got a 4000 series double tom stand that I could give somebody along with the shell set to mount the 12 and 13-inch tom toms. So where does that leave us? What else have I got to talk about? Tomorrow morning, um, Gabor, Gabs, Dornyei, his interview comes out, and it's a lot of fun. These interviews are getting more and more fun as I'm realizing I can loosen up a little bit. And early on, I almost had the 60 minutes sternness down, and going back, I kind of felt bad about the Gavin Harrison interview because there was a few times there he kind of cracked a joke, and I'm sitting there, really it wasn't being overly serious. It was just at the time, the way I was doing interviews is I had a list of questions. I'd ask a question, and then, sometimes the next question would get answered, or it would lead me to a follow up question that wasn't on the list or whatever. So a lot of times I'd be listening, processing, and thinking, okay, I need to do this, I need to do or say this next. And so sometimes when he was kind of lightening the moment, my mind was already running too many programs in the background. And so going forward, I think Tal Bergman might have been the next one I had done. Kind of loosened up, flying by the seat of my pants. Well, anyway, why did I say all that? Because the recent interview that I had done with Yost Link, what the hell am I talking about? Yost Nickel was a lot of fun, and the one with Gabs is going to be a lot of fun, and I think you're going to really enjoy it. Please watch it, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. If you're a Sonor guy, surely you've got to be enjoying at least some of these interviews. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you can see when new stuff comes out. All this stuff helps. I'm trying to get monetized. I spend a lot of time and put a lot of work into this channel, and with all I've done this year, we're nearing the 200 video mark for 2025, and I still have not made my first penny with monetization. And that is nobody's fault. But if everybody that likes the channel would please subscribe, that really helps. I know you get tired of hearing, hey, like and subscribe, hit the bell, all that stuff. I know you get tired of hearing it. I get tired of hearing it. But as a content creator, I get it. It's very critical to getting monetized, to building the channel, to getting traction and all that. And if you would like to see this thing continue uh, to grow aggressively, as I would, your help is needed. So, what else we got to talk about? It is Friday morning. It's actually Thursday evening as I film this, and it's been a good week. I got a good praise gathering coming up Sunday. That'll be on Facebook. I'm not sure how the audio is going to turn out. We've got a lot of instrumentation, a lot of vocalists. I've got one i5 overhead microphone going to the Facebook feed. Other than that, I'm just live in the house. No sound reinforcement in the building at all for the drums, which is all right because I've got a pretty killer snare drum and it could cut somebody's head off if I wanted it to. Anyway, lots of good stuff still yet to come in this year, everybody. Uh, I've got an interview that was supposed to happen, and right now, not getting a response, and I think the guy's busy, but I'm not going to freak out about it right now. This would be a big one. This would be a really big one for the channel, and I'm not ruling it out. I just, these guys, as I've said before a number of times, there's no budget to pay these folks. They're doing it out of the goodness of their heart and their love of the brand that we love so much as well. And I appreciate that. And when something happens that I do, that we do not work it out to get it done when we think we're going to, or if it happens that I just wind up losing contact with somebody, I don't have any hard feelings. This is not a paying gig for these guys, and so I have to take everything with a grain of salt when things don't quite shake out as quickly as I would like them to. That said, I've got a couple of interviews in the bag I've got to do post production on. I've got one I'm still waiting for approval on. I don't know where this guy has gone, but I'm not about to release this video without his approval. But anyway, looks like we got some good stuff coming up. Just hang in there with me. Be sure to watch the one tomorrow with Gabs. He talks about his signature stuff. He goes through and shows us a lot of things. If you haven't paid attention to how he mounts his toms on the signature, I'm talking about the original. He's got the early run signatures. and he's bought them from here and there, and they've all got a history, they've all got a story, and he talks, about some of that, and the way he mounts these things is pretty interesting. And then we talk about the SQ2s he has compared to the signatures and why he went with a completely different shell type instead of replicating the signatures. He's already got the signatures. He still plays them. He doesn't need another set of that. But we'll talk more about all that in the interview. And I guess I'm rambling, and I guess I'll cut you loose and let you get on with your day. Not that I could hold your attention any longer than you wanted me to, but I hope you have a good day. Hope you have a great weekend. And if I don't get any other content out to you this weekend, I will talk to you Monday. Have a good day. Bye bye.